Okay, guys, welcome back to another video. Today is day 5 of my 14-day AI sprint challenge. I was messing around on N8N today. I was just continuing to follow a pretty long video, just on a tutorial on N8N and all the different functions of it, just so I can get a deeper understanding of how everything works. So this first one up here, the first automation, it's missing the trigger, which you can only have one trigger per automation in like one of these sheets, and I've got 4 different automations. So the first 3 don't work because I had to use the trigger the last one, but they did work earlier, I promise. So the first one is just getting data via an HTTP request to scrape a website and output in a desired JSON format. So basically, you go in here, you could input your desired link for the website that you want it to scrape. And then in here, it could extract key values. So I wanted to extract text, and I wanted it to extract certain headers within that website from the code. And then it would go through this LLM and output it in like a desired format for you. The second one I learned today was just how to set if conditions. So basically, if the message contained like Thai, this is just a silly example that the guy was using. But if the message contained Thai, it would be true, and I would win $100 prize, and then it would send me an email that I've won $100 prize. And if the name wasn't Thai, which would make it false, then you would only win a $5 prize, and it would create a draft for that. The third one I learned was how to split and then merge workflows again. So again, he was just using silly examples. Write a story for Ty and write a story for Sally. Basically, it has you take in these 2 pieces of data, and then it will split them into 2 separate ways, and then you can merge them again into one. And then the last thing I learned was how to use and build loops, as well as waits. This is useful for when you have like a lot of requests and you don't want to hit your limit for ChatGPT, your rate limit, which can be common depending on what model you're using and how much data you have. So basically, I guess I could show how this one works. Basically, you have like a few sets of data come into here. In this case, you have 2 items, and instead of doing both items at once, you would do one at a time. So it would run through this loop, do the first piece of data, wait 5 seconds, send it to create the draft, and then it would do the second set of data, wait 5 seconds, run it, and then create the draft. And then I was messing around with something at the end here. It's screen sharing, screen. Sorry. I'm just messing around with something with here. So it's supposed to be like a personal assistant for your email inbox, basically. So it can sort all your emails for you. So I'm just in the beginning of this, but ideally, like you can see, it'll put like a label on it, AI request, link head, collaboration. Like you can just set like all these different fields that you want it to edit them into or put them into, and then you can get it to create drafts, send emails, which I'll build that out later. Yeah, that's pretty much it for what I built today with N8N. I did learn like a lot more about I'll just give you a quick example. A lot more about like some of the functions in this, of how the background stuff works. So if I want to create draft, get draft, create draft. Create. So subject. So a lot of people use the field expression or fixed field, but if you go to expression, which does everything in JSON, so a little bit more advanced and technical, You could you can pull stuff from here and drag it over and put it in, and you can see how it does like the two brackets JSON ID .id. So basically, it just learned how to do that, but like on a little bit more of an advanced level. So you can do the two squiggly brackets. Okay, let me go back to expression. Sorry. So you can do the two squiggly brackets, JSON, and then you can just type in what you want. You don't have to look through this whole left side here to figure out what you want. Yeah, basically, like you could just do this by yourself. You don't need to drag all these over and drop them. It just allows you to speed up the process for some of the things and also have a more background understanding of how it all works.